Most people in Edmonton think I only make $60,000 to $80,000 per year. It's definitely not enough to buy a house. But that's usually not the case. It's usually not true. And in this video, I'll show you exactly with real numbers what you can afford in Edmonton if you're a household from $60,000 to $80,000 a year. Firstly, I want to break down household income. Basically, either you're a single person or if you're buying for yourself and your wife, it's basically $30,000 per one before tax. $30,000 if you're buying for your family, with your beloved one, with your wife, it's pretty much you can get $30,000 a year on almost every job. So that means that working regular job, full-time job, you and your husband can afford your own place. I just want to put a small note here that each case is different, but I'm going to give you the general understanding and general numbers. So for $60,000 per year, you can get mortgage around $260,000. For $80,000 a year, you can get mortgage roughly $370,000. So let's go and take a look what you can get in Edmonton. Okay, so as you see, I just got on the website realtor.ca, as many of you may see or may scroll every single day. So we're just gonna type the Edmonton area here, that is gonna Edmonton, Alberta. Then we're gonna put for sale, it's already here. Then we're gonna put minimum price is around $200,000. The max price, we're gonna go for the first case that you can get around $260,000 for mortgage if you're making $60,000. So we're gonna put $250,000, just in the case you didn't get that. So as a family or as a single, you most likely wanna get 2 or more bedrooms, 1 plus more bathrooms. We wanna get definitely residential, and there is different types of properties, as you may know. There is like houses, townhouses, apartments, duplex, triplex, fourplexes. All of those are different. I never recommend people to buy apartment if they planning to get it as an investment property, if they want to make money on this investment, because any purchase of real estate is a huge investment. So for $250,000, you can definitely get a great apartment in any place, in any part of the city. But I would be recommending you to take a look at townhouses on another hand, with what they offers you. Okay, so we're gonna put townhouses, we're gonna click search. So as you're gonna see in the whole Edmonton, from $200,000 to $250,000, there's quite a bit of townhouses. And a lot of people prefer to live either on the west side or on the south side. So somewhere here or somewhere here. Right? So for the first example, we're gonna get the west side of the city. So we're just gonna circle down this area and we're gonna see what we can get for this budget on the west side. As you're gonna see on the west side, there is not really that many options for the townhouses in this price range. But if you're gonna be asking me as your advisor, there's other areas in the city that for this exact price you can get a little better townhouses with better renovations and even maybe some bigger lots or less condo fees. It just depends where you actually want to live and what area you prefer. But as a very first example, a lot of people want to live on west side, so we're gonna pick the west as our priority as of right now. And if you're gonna ask me, I do never recommend to live close to the West Edmonton Mall. It's right here. There's a lot of traffic. It's pretty crowded. All the time. There is a lot of noise. There is also quite a bit of homeless people walking around. So you don't really want to buy right here or in the neighborhoods. So what I usually recommend people to do is stay a little bit further from that. So if we're gonna go a little bit down west, and just click on random one, we see that there is a townhouse for $214,000. Okay, the very first thing that we're gonna take a look, it has 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, it's 1,000 square feet, that's around 100 square meters. It's built in 1978. Yes, it's not brand new. It's, around 50 years old right now, but it's still a good place for you to start and not pay somebody's mortgage and invest in your own property. Then we're gonna go to the condo fees, where they are here. It's $418. When you look at the condo fee, also pay attention what they include, because sometimes they may include your utilities. In this case, they are not. Okay, so let's go to the house itself and take a look. As you see from the front side, it looks pretty decent. It doesn't look outdated for me. It doesn't have a garage, but it probably have the parking stall right here for you. Then we're going to the entrance. This is going to be extra bathroom on the first floor, wardrobe where you can put your clothes. Then we're going to go to the kitchen. As you can see, it's definitely may need some upgrades with buying a new fridge if you're gonna right? The kitchen is not that big, but as you can also see, the cabinets were a little bit upgraded, and there is also some space for dining area, and it's right in front of the windows, so it's gonna bring quite a bit of light into your kitchen. There's another view of the dining area. You can easily fit here a table for 4, 6, or 8 people. If you're gonna have guests, it's not gonna be a big deal at all. As you're gonna see through the window, unfortunately they face in another townhouse, so there's gonna be not that much privacy, but we'll see the final numbers and see if it's actually worth it, right? This is gonna be your living room. It has quite a bit of space. Also a good feature of it, it has a fireplace. It's always nice to have, those cozy evenings with a Netflix, fireplace, close to Christmas time with hot chocolate in your hands. Then there's going to be a staircase going towards the second floor. Oh, and also on this picture, as you can see, there is an entrance towards your backyard. So it has some backyard that is pretty amazing for a townhouse. And in combination with the window that you saw in the previous pictures, with this door, it's going to be pretty bright inside your living room. Okay. Another view of that. This is going to be your backyard area. As you can see, you can put your barbecue machine. You can put a small patio over here. You can have summer nights spent with your friends and family doing barbecue, and also can be used as some storage space, obviously. And I want to mention that not all townhouses, especially brand new ones, have even have a small space in the back. So that's pretty cool for 1978 build. Another picture. This is the washroom on the first floor. Staircase. Then we're going on the second floor. This is going to be one of the bedrooms. As you can see, has quite a bit of space that you can put your queen size bed. You still have space for some wardrobes, put TV. Still have space to walk in your room, because as you can compare with the brand new builds, you just mainly put the bed and there is no space left. There is no separate wardrobe, so it's kind of all piled up here, but you can still work with that. It's not that big of the deal. This is going to be another room, roughly the same sizes, a little bit different layout, that you have your wardrobe kind of built in the room itself. And this is going to be your third room with the same layout. This is going to be your main 4-piece bathroom. As you can see, the flooring was done. It doesn't look that outdated. It looks pretty fresh and stylish. But this carpet definitely either needs cleaning or needs some upgrade with a carpet. You can see that it was used for quite a while. And also in this particular townhouse, you have basement. Yes, it's unfinished, but you can do whatever you want. If you're planning to have kids, or if you already have kids, this can be their playground zone. If you want to, have a pool, or if you play poker, you want to do poker nights, it's going to be great space for you. And this is going to be just a couple pictures of the outside. Okay, once again. And this is the entrance to these townhouses. Obviously, if you're planning to buy, we're going to look more deeply into how much actually it should worth. We're going to go inside. We're going to see how it's actually looking from the inside perspective, because pictures are always look much nicer. But what is interesting, we're going to go to the calculator, and obviously this is not the best way to see how much exactly we're going to be paying, but it gives you the rough idea. Okay, so while it's loading, we're going to wait for the payment plan itself. So with a price of $214,000, basically $215,000, and with a minimum of 5% down payment, that is $10,750 for 25 years, plus insurance, no mortgage, with the rate. I always put around 4%. You definitely can get better rate if you have a good credit score, and it's usually right now around 3.4, 3.5, depends when the video is going to come out. But we're going to take a little bit higher, 4%, who cares? I always recommend people to pay bi-weekly because it's going to be a little bit quicker for them to close the mortgage. So bi-weekly payment is only $500 bi-weekly. It's $1,049 per month just for the mortgage, but don't forget that it also has a condo fee and property tax, so altogether it comes around at $1,600. Being realistic, what you can get for $1,600 apartment right now in Edmonton? If you're looking to buy, like if you're renting a $1,600 apartment, it's usually either in that same old building that also has really outdated renovations inside, or it's going to be something like Boardwalk, or those big companies that just literally charging you for the space and there's literally nothing inside. And this is going to be going towards your mortgage, towards your investment that within the time is going to go in more and more in value, give you some profit, and you're going to be able to switch from townhouses later to the duplex and later to the house. And you're going to be paying all the time to yourself. That's the main point of buying a house, okay? And that was only for $60,000. There is obviously different options. There is another one for like $204,000, right? $249,000, $230,000, $245,000. It depends if you need a garage where you want to live, right? If you don't want to go on west side and if you want to be like somewhere on the north, you can get like closer to the end of the city in the Crystalina area, or like Castle Downs, Dunkel, somewhere there, a little bit more value from your $250,000. It really depends where you're buying a house, okay? So the next one is gonna be, I would just put from like 250, because we already saw 250, to 370, 375, because an average was 370, so we're just gonna give it a little bump. Or you know what? We're actually going to go a little bit lower that you don't have high expectations. And we're going to put, we're going to put from 252. Okay, then we're just going to zoom it up. And as you can see, there's a little bit areas outside the Handy that they have brand new built townhouses. Okay. And for this price, you definitely can get some of almost brand new builds. So, $350. You can get two bath, almost 1,200 square feet townhouse that is built in 2015. Right? That's not bad at all. Before we're gonna go in deeply for this townhouse, if your budget is around $350,000, $330,000, $320,000, or a little bit higher than that, closer to 400s, I would highly suggest you to take a look and consider duplexes because they have more space. They're a little bit better investment as well for the future, and most likely they won't have condo fees. So your payments are going to be roughly the same because that $300 payment for the condo fee or $400 condo fee payment every single month is going to compensate for those like $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 difference in the house price itself. Unfortunately, West Side is not going to be a really good example for the duplexes to show because there's not really much in this price point. They're going to be closer to like 400s in these areas. But just to open the random one, right? There is one for like $349. It's like going to be 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, spacious living room, kitchen. Yes, it's a little bit out of date, but it's pretty big with the big windows. It's going to bring a lot of light. It has decent sized rooms, the wardrobes inside. Windows looks a little bit out of dated, so you may need to replace them sooner than later as well. Also has a door going towards your backyard, right? Your bathroom. They did some cool renovations. I really like it. Then there's going to be your basement. So if you're planning, to buy property and you want to rent it to somebody else, this is going to be a great investment that is going to pay more than half of your mortgage itself, just renting the basement. And you can put kitchen here, it's going to have a living room, it's going to have a bedroom as well here, and it's ready to rent. It has washroom with a shower, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and separate entrance. That is pretty important because you don't really want to ruin your privacy. And it has also backyard that goes to the garage, double car garage. This is how it looks from the outside. It's a duplex, but it's also a little bit older one. So it was built in 1975. You can probably find for like 360, 370, 380 in a little bit different areas, something like 2000 plus, like 2005, 2008 built, and that's gonna be a little bit newer and a little bit better. That's why we're gonna stick with the townhouses for now in these areas, even for this budget. But keep in mind that even for 350 you can get a really decent duplex just in other areas of city. So going towards townhouse, I don't really want to take a lot of your time. We're just gonna skim quickly through these pictures. As you're gonna see, this is probably gonna be your entrance, and upstairs, and you can go right to the basement right away. Upstairs you have a kitchen with dining area. Dining area is right in front of the windows. Windows are pretty huge, so you're gonna have a lot of natural light coming into your kitchen. Sorry. Kitchen doesn't look that outdated. It's 2015. Newer appliances. It has a nice tile over here. And as you can see, the cabinets are a little bit darker color. I really like it because in a lot of, almost 90% of all brand new townhouses or newer ones, they renovated for completely white ones, and it's in every single house. And I'm just like, getting sick of the same view every single time. So seeing something new and different is always nice. As you're gonna see, then the kitchen goes towards your living room. Another view of the kitchen. You have extra bathroom on the second floor. I would say it's gonna be second floor. All right, living room is not that spacious, but it's gonna have enough space for you and your family, even with kids, to enjoy the family evenings, watch TV, watch Netflix, or just read books and enjoy life. I want to address your attention also towards the windows. So they were on the side where the dining area was, and also on this side. So it means that you're gonna have a pretty bright space with a lot of sunlight. And in Canada, we're all lacking vitamin D, so here it's gonna be a really good place for you to get that back. Another view. Then we're just gonna go upstairs. This is this washroom. So this is gonna be your main room. Okay, it has quite a bit of space for primary bedroom. If we're gonna compare with the first example, it definitely has more space. It has more private wardrobe. You can even have like your small office space right here, and you still have quite a bit of space. I would assume it also has ensuite, but nobody unfortunately showed it to us. This is going to be another bedroom, big windows. I always a big fan of natural light, because at least at that point you don't sleep till like 12 o'clock and feel still asleep. You're waking up at 6 o'clock and you're ready to go, ready to rock and roll. That's great. Another wardrobe, still has quite a bit of space if you want to put your PC here. It has it as a small working space. Oh, so finally we see the pictures of the ensuite, right? It has unfortunately only bathroom and sink itself. It doesn't have a shower here, but it's at least good to see what is hidden behind the door. And I like how they put this picture. Sometimes it's ridiculous. Okay, going forward, having laundry room on your floor where you live, on this third floor basically in this townhouse, because the first one is going to be basement, is amazing. It's so underrated, because when you go to the first floor with the whole basket of clothes and then you have to go back on the third floor to put them back in your closet, that's definitely something that I don't really want to do. Okay, so then we're gonna go, I even don't know what it is honestly. When you put pictures like that, please put some no's. I don't know what to tell you. There's gonna be one car garage, so it already has inside garage. That's great. So you don't really need to clean your car from snow, especially when we have 20 centimeters of snow like we do right now in Edmonton. I don't really want to go outside and clean the car. That's terrible. Okay, town, that's how it looks from the outside. Okay, so then we're gonna go just for this one for quick calculations for the payments. So for $350,000, 5% down is $17,500. 25 years rate 4%. We're gonna pick bi-weekly. That's gonna be $839. That's gonna be $1,700 a month, plus all the condo fees, everything. That's gonna be $2,300. $2,364 to be exact. So for monthly expenses, you're looking around like $2,400. And realistically, if you're planning to rent a townhouse yourself, and I was renting townhouses, usually their rent starts at $2,000 plus utilities, plus tenant insurance, blah 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 blah. It anyway comes out as the same amount of money, or maybe a couple $100 more. But it's your own space. You feel like at home and you can do anything with it as you want. If you want to put a picture on the wall, you can easily do that without asking a permission. That is retarded. But long story short, even if your household income is $60,000 or $80,000, you still can afford to buy a property for yourself. Yes, it may not be a brand new, but it's going to be great investment in your future. You're going to stop paying somebody else's mortgage. You're going to start paying your own. And in 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you're going to move up. And then another time, and another time. And eventually, you're going to be living at $700,000-$800,000 house and enjoying your life here. So, if you have any questions about these properties, or any other properties in any other areas, or you want me to work with your budget and with your income and help you find a perfect house that is going to fit all your needs, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm always here. I'm always ready to help you, and I'm always happy to help people make their dreams come true. And as always, my name is Serhii Titovskyi. I'm a real estate agent in Edmonton greater area. Peace.